Welcome back to another episode of the Amateur Hour podcast. Colin is with me again.
Hello.
And my name is Jacob. Today we're talking about the 5th-ranked MVP candidate, Pascal
Siakam. I didn't think he'd be ranked this high already, but hey, who knows?
He's on fire this season. I have a question. What is his ceiling? How far can this man go in his career?
That's a great question, and we've kind of skimmed over the topic before, but we both said he could, at the very most, contend for an MVP. I think
we did say that. Do you still feel the same way?
100%. I still think that's within the realm of possibility. I think he can make a couple All-NBA teams. I think he'll be a All-Star for many years to come. I think he'll be like 6, 7 in a row All-Stars if he can maintain that. Because right now it's looking like he's going to be an All-Star.
He's easily going to be.
He's easily going to be an All-Star. And
he's the 5th-ranked player in the NBA right now,
and already top 5 for MVP voting this year is really something special.
Yeah, we said that he can be a contender for MVP. I kind of want to raise it. I think he can win MVP. He can for sure win MVP.
I don't know if it'll be this year.
No. I'm not saying this year.
Or maybe not next year.
I mean, the meteoric rise to 2 seasons ago, he averaged 7 points. He's now averaging. He averaged 17 last year, and he's averaging 25 again this year. 25 this year. He could maybe win MIP 2 times
again,
in a row.
Yeah, he very well could. I think definitely in terms of his points.
His rebounds shot up. His points shot up.
Even he's shooting a lot better from the free throw line, about 81% so far this year. 38.5% from 3, that's the highest in his career, and he's taking the most threes of his career, which is very good to see.
The most astonishing thing to me about watching Siakam play this year is his ability to shoot the 3, like you just alluded to his percentage. But last year he took it from
mainly the
corner when he was open.
Mainly the corner.
And even in that scenario, he sometimes kind of hesitated. But now he will literally
he's just pulling it.
He would pull up off the dribble, step back 3 with a guy in his face and nail it from anywhere.
He'll run the floor corner. If no one's guarding him. Stop the 3-point line and pull it. He's not hesitant to shoot anymore. And me and Jacob have noticed that we think a big contributor to that is the fact that he changed his jump shot this season.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't really change it, but he tweaked it.
Yeah.
He doesn't pull the ball from his knees a lot more. He kind of starts his shooting motion as the ball's already up in his chest area. He gets a lot more legs in his...
quicker.
Yeah, he gets a lot more legs in his jump shot. It's a lot more fluid. It's a lot quicker. And I think that's really helped it with his confidence as well.
And that ability to pull up from 3 and people can't really sag anymore.
That's another element to his game.
A lot of people don't watch the Raptors, so they may not know that he can do it. But then as soon as he starts hitting those shots, you stay up on him, and all of a sudden it unlocks his other aspects to a whole new level.
And we already knew he could shoot. Obviously not great, but we already knew that the ability was there from last season, and you even saw some glimpses of that in his earlier years. But yeah, the confidence that he's had in shooting the 3 ball, he's jumped up from 2.7 to 6.3. And normally attempts. And normally when you see that from a player, the efficiency doesn't always go up. It normally stays the same or goes down. But his efficiency has gone up, which is insane.
Got him by 15 points from 369 to 384.
It's insane. This guy, I don't even know if this is going to be his peak. I think he can. I think he can get up to 30 points.
I don't think he's at his peak, dude. That's what I'm saying. This is an MVP caliber player.
He is. Yeah.
2 years ago, he was averaging 7 points. He's 25 right now. 9 years ago, he started playing basketball for the first time in his life. He is not at his peak yet. That's what I'm saying. This guy can win an MVP.
He definitely can.
He's in the candidacy this year, but
I don't think he'll win it this year.
In a couple of years, LeBron will have regressed, but you'll have
you can see him, Luka,
Giannis will still be around.
Giannis will still, yeah.
This guy could very well win an MVP, and he's turning into a point forward in some scenarios. He can run the offense himself. He can get in the paint. He can stay on the perimeter. He can take a guy off the dribble. It's remarkable. There's no aspect of his game he doesn't have.
And I think this is a really big relief for Raptors fans like ourselves. When we signed him to that big deal this offseason, we said it was worth the money. But I feel like a lot of people were hesitant to the fact that, it's a big commitment for a guy we've had for 3 years, right? He had 1 season jump. I think you could make that case, but it's really, I don't know, what's what I'm looking for? Like it's
paid
really off. Yeah, it paid off, and it's really satisfying to see that it is going to pay off, right? Like,
it's beyond expectation.
Yeah, it is already beyond expectation. No one thought the 29th overall pick, 27th overall pick, raw talent who started playing basketball 5 years ago. I don't think anyone would have seen him rise to this level of stardom.
Like, we predicted he'd be putting up like 20 points. Averaging 25. I could see that increasing throughout the season. I could see him putting up 27. Almost 9 rebounds, which is way above the 7 he had last year.
I love the 9 rebounds.
Almost 4 assists. That's going up. What isn't going up is his steals and his blocks.
That is one thing I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him more aggressive on the defensive end.
I think we can see it, though.
No, we definitely can. And even so far this year, one thing that I've noticed from Siakam is that he bites on pump fakes a lot. And as of like a week now, he hasn't been doing it as much, but he needs to use that aggression in terms of like wanting to block the ball. He needs to use that on the interior. Like, yeah, 0.7 blocks is good, but I'd really like to see that up. Like, for a guy of his length and of his defensive abilities, I'd like to see that, like 1.2, 1.5 area.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And even for steals, right? Like, he's almost at a steal a game, but he's got such long arms. Like, I think he'll start learning how to play off-ball defense a little bit more, and then that'll help his skills.
The only comparable player that you can offer in terms of the ability to improve so fast, like so quickly and to such a high degree is Giannis. And we kind of made the comparison earlier on in the year, but he's living up to that comparison because Giannis went from 7 points to 13 points to 17 points to 23. Then he went to the 27 mark, whereas Siakam was at 16, 17 points. Then he jumped
to
10 more. Again, almost. He's at 25. Yeah. I think he's going to go up to 27.
He jumped up 8 points per game, which is absurd.
So they are the same age, but Giannis started a little earlier. But the jump is in favor of Siakam.
And their play style is similar. We alluded to this earlier in the year. Like you said, like his play style is Giannis-esque, and like his body is Giannis-esque. It's like
he's not as good as Giannis.
Like,
we're not saying he's as good as Giannis.
It's to a degree less than Giannis, but it's that same,
build,
ability, athletic ability, IQ on both ends of the floor, point forward kind of guy.
Yeah,
like he's that Giannis-esque player.
The one thing Giannis has over Siakam is the athleticism, like a little bit.
But that's just because he's a walking freight train. That's just because
he's a Greek freak
of his physical stature. Yeah.
But Siakam can shoot the three.
Siakam can shoot
better.
And I think Siakam is more elegant on the ball than Giannis is. Giannis uses his sheer size and force and dominance to get himself points, but Siakam uses his
if we're talking about
skills
strictly basketball ability, Siakam is better. But if you bring everything into account, Giannis is better. Like strictly skill set, Siakam has, very similar of getting to the bucket, just, Giannis has that athleticism. Siakam's a better shooter. Siakam runs the offense better. Siakam's a better ball handler. Yeah. But Giannis is much better on defense. So
Giannis is way better.
But I'm not.
But again, that's just because of his.
Giannis is much better than Siakam right now. Like there's no disputing.
No.
Like Giannis is arguably the number one MVP candidate with LeBron.
Again, yeah.
Siakam isn't quite there, but I could see him getting to near that level. I don't know if he can reach that Giannis level.
He won't reach the Giannis level in terms of like just dominance.
But it's a tough comparison to compare to Giannis.
But that's the only person you really can compare.
But Siakam's I was about to say he's a man in his own league in terms of his ability. Like this is an unparalleled set of talent. Yeah. I think. Yeah. There's been nobody with this ability.
And he's like, for his size, he's so light on his feet too. Like he kind of just like prances around and it looks so fluid.
Still getting better and better
every game. Every week, it seems like he's just taking smarter shots.
That will transcend throughout the season. I think in the off season it'll be another jump. Like this guy.
I think he'll really show his capabilities in the postseason. Like we said, we think the Raptors going to finish like the 4th, 5th seed. That was like. They're at the 3rd seed right now.
I think it could go higher than that now. I personally would put them above Boston. I would also put them above Miami.
Okay,
I know Miami just beat us.
But my point is, I think Pascal will really show everyone what he's capable of in the playoffs. That he's going to be the number one guy to go to in the playoffs. And I think, the playoffs always mean a little bit more to people, stats.
And your best player typically does better in the playoffs.
Yeah, usually.
Siakam kind of
He didn't
get better in the playoffs.
He didn't play poorly in the playoffs.
No, but he didn't get better.
But no, he didn't really improve.
When you're in the playoffs, you want to see players go to the next level. And I think now that he is the first option, he will be able to. And
I think he will as well.
I truthfully feel that this guy can win an MVP in the next 5 years.
That'd be lovely to see. That'd be very
I cannot imagine a MVP in Toronto. I can't picture it. But
you think he'll deserve it, but it just won't.
No. Oh no. I think I can see. But I can't. It feel weird. Like Toronto, like in any sport, really.
Toronto, but do you think
he never gets MVP?
Yeah, but don't you? Yeah, but like since it's like a, isn't it like a? It's not a fan vote, but it's like an executive vote or something.
But there are people who are voting for him right now. He's fifth in the run.
But when it comes down to like the final three between like I don't know, Giannis, Siakam,
right now,
or like Kawhi or something, like it would be really hard for him to give it to a Canadian.
I don't agree. They like giving it to new players. That
is true. They do like.
Giannis is gonna have at least one if Siakam reaches there and Giannis is in the running, he's.
And a lot of people have been vouching for like James Harden the past couple of years. Like a lot of people are saying that he was, what's what I'm looking for?
Deserving.
Yeah, he was like more deserving of the MVP award, and like he got like robbed of the MVPs from like Russell Westbrook, and then I think the Giannis one.
So they like giving to new people. I'm not saying like I'm saying like imagine a few years ago picturing an MVP in Toronto like. No, you wouldn't, right?
Way.
But like, I can picture him winning. It's just that it'd be weird. Like, holy shit, Toronto's an MVP. Like, Josh Johnson got one for the Blue Jays. I can't think of the last time a Toronto Maple Leaf won a Hart Trophy. Before Josh Johnson won it, I think George Bell won it in the late '80s or early '90s, and I think those are the only two that the Blue Jays had.
Didn't Roberto Alomar win one?
I don't know if he won an MVP.
Anyways, that's all.
I don't know. I can check, but like, anyways, in recent history, it's Josh Donaldson.
Yeah,
you don't have Raptors.
He was like the outlier, pretty much.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I'm not considering MLS because I think Giovinco won it, but in those big three North American sports, there really isn't any in Toronto. So it'd be interesting to see that happen. I think it can happen. I think Siakam is.
I think it can happen.
Still learning his game to a degree, and I think he's going to get even better. As time goes on, this guy's ridiculous. Like,
yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, this guy's nuts. That's it. Like,
shout out Siakam.
If you're not on the Siakam train, get on it. Like, this guy's insane.
Yeah, I don't even care if you're just hopping on now. Just get on.
Like, yeah, get on, man. Insane. Like I don't care. Like, if you haven't watched the Raptors before, like a lot of people don't know about how good he is because they don't watch the Raptors. Like, ESPN don't give a shit about the Raptors, but get on board with this. This team is for real. This player is for real.
Yep.
Like, and he's here for.
We're not slowing down, even though Kawhi's
gone. We're not slowing down. We're better than the Clippers right now.
We are statistically better than the Clippers.
So we'll leave it at that. Siakam, perennial MVP candidate in the future, I think. And
it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see how it all unfolds. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Amateur Hour Podcast. Daily episodes as usual since September 21st.
Follow us on social media.
At Amateur Hour PDC, Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to YouTube, Amateur Hour Sports. Follow on Spotify if you do listen on Spotify, and we'll see you again soon.